On June 21st, 1832, Joseph Rainey was born into slavery in Georgetown, South Carolina, to Grace and Edward Rainey. Edward had enough freedom to earn money on the side as a barber while not doing slave labor. Eventually buying his family's freedom, Joseph followed in his father's footsteps and worked as a barber for a while. Later in 1859, he moved to Philadelphia and married a woman named Susan. Later they moved back to South Carolina and had 3 kids. In 1861, he was conscripted into the Confederate Army to work on fortifications and later as a cook/laborer on a blockade runner ships. 1 year later, his family escaped to Bermuda, continuing his job as a barber and his wife working as a dressmaker. He returned to South Carolina in 1866, sort of picking up where he left off in his life there. And since the majority of the people in his area knew who he was able to easily step into the realm of politics, joining the executive committee for the South Carolina GOP and served as a delegate for their new constitutional convention. In 1870, he was elected to the South Carolina State Senate, but only served a short while before winning a special election to the U.S. House, being the first African American to do so. During his tenure, he mostly focused on the rights of African Americans, helping pass the Enforcement Acts, which rapidly curbed the KKK's power, but was not able to stop other white supremacist military groups like the White League and Red Shirts, the latter getting so popular in his state that he bought a second home in Connecticut and moved his family up there to keep them safe. Starting in 1873, he began work to pass a massive civil rights bill, making many speeches in support of it, one such speech saying, "We do want a law enacted that we may be recognized like other men in the country. Why is it that colored members of Congress cannot enjoy the same immunities that are accorded to white members? Why cannot we stop at hotels here without meeting objection? Why cannot we go into restaurants without being insulted? We are here enacting laws for the country and casting votes upon important questions. We have been sent here by the suffrage of the people, and why cannot we enjoy the same benefits that are accorded to our white colleagues on this floor?" During this time, he became the first African American to serve as the Speaker pro tempore. Inevitably, his work for that civil rights bill led to the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1875. Not that long afterwards, after easily winning an election to a 4th term, the Democratic candidate, John S. Richardson, claimed that intimidation of federal troops and black militias caused him to lose, and he helped lead a mass Democratic turnout movement in the state that led to a Democratic takeover of the state. Around that same time, Reconstruction ended and federal troops left South Carolina. Rainey told President Hayes that this would spell disaster for the African American vote in the South, and in the closing hours of the 45th Congress, Rainey, who was apparently one of the few sober members in attendance, was critical of the passage of an $18 million civil service appropriation bill. However, that same year, Richardson was able to rile up enough racists to beat Rainey's re-election bid. After he lost, he was appointed as a federal agent for the U.S. Treasury's Department in South Carolina, later getting a job in brokerage and banking until he retired in 1886. Rainey later died on August 1st, 1887. And with that, we conclude the story of the first African American elected to the House of Representatives. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell to be notified when the future video mine comes out. And if you're interested in more content from me, you can go to my website or follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, or check my articles on the Independent Political Report.